Resume. Yes. So starting off yesterday, we covered quite a lot of things, including Brave browser. I spoke about how to how you can use Brave browser to earn, how you can earn from just downloading Brave browser. In fact, I want to see if I can. Let me check something. I'm trying to see if I can just show you the wallet so you can know how funds are moved from Brave browser. Yeah. I just hope this loads fast. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. So just give me a few minutes. Okay, so let me resume sharing. Yeah, I had to pause the sharing for some reasons. So now I just logged into my Uphold wallet, and yes, you not saying the screen was intentional. So I just logged into my Uphold wallet, and this is where the funds are moved from Brave browser. So this is Brave browser here. My wallet is unreachable. It actually is reachable, and so now. Yeah. So Uphold is the wallet you have to connect. Now, this is not necessarily starting off. You don't need to start off with this, but this is something you have to do later on. You have to connect your wallet to Uphold later on, eventually, when you've gotten a significant amount of Brave by using the browser. So for now, don't look at how to get an Uphold wallet. First of all, start using the browser and frequently. I use it mostly on my PC. In fact, I just end casually because I'm not even aware that it's increasing. I'm just like, okay, the way I would normally use my browser for my day-to-day stuff, and it just keeps increasing. So everything you see right here, even though it's not much, it's actually end for free. Every single thing. I mean, if I show you the recent activities, this is the activities, you would see that every single transaction here, there was no point in time where I credited this wallet. Everything was received, but I received from, this is since June, received. The only problem, the only mistake I did was at some point I sold my BAT for Link. You can do that on this app. I sold my BAT for Link, and now one BAT token is worth like $1.4, 1.4, 1.5. So I mean, here I received four. Imagine I'd held it. When I received this four, it was worth $1. Imagine I'd held it to this point. But I swapped for Link because I know Link has long-term potential and all of that. So every single thing here, as you can see, was earned for free. Over a couple of months. There are months where I didn't frequently use it, like months where I just, like, this is July, I did like basically nothing, and this is October, this is November. So there are those months where I didn't do much and didn't earn much. And there are those months where I actually use it very, very well. Like last month, for example, I earned just about $3.3. Now, I'm not saying this is a whole lot of money, but this could mean something to certain people, you see, because everybody might not be starting from the same portfolio. And also, it's good because if you're earning the coin long term for free, it's eventually going to appreciate in value. So let's say in total, what you earned was just like, say, $10 or something, and then maybe in a short while the coin increases. Yeah, it works on Android. I use Android and Windows. It works on Android. It works perfectly on Android and Apple too. So you just, over time, the value just increases and it's just there, and it's just piling up. I just feel like it's a casual way to earn. You know, because you would normally, I mean, normally you use a browser, you use your Chrome, but then you don't earn anything from it. So if you have a platform you can use that gives you the same exact um benefits as your normal browser, but then you make money, why not? I mean, why not? So moving on, starting what we're supposed to talk about today. You can't verify with your NIN. You have to verify with valid ID, voter's card or something. But like I said, that doesn't really mean for now. Just get the browser, and even if you've not verified or done any of that, just be earning the tokens. Eventually, you still be able to withdraw your tokens. But now, the most important thing now is getting the coins first. You see, getting the coins first. So moving on. So yesterday we talked about understanding the basics, how money has evolved, and how we've transitioned to cryptocurrency. We talked about how to get started, how you can invest in crypto. Now, I said I was going to talk about the crypto ban today, yes, and also how you can trade and make money without restrictions. Now, the crypto ban, or let me paraphrase, the name is Brave browser. Now, the crypto ban is not really a ban per se; it's more like a restriction. And yeah, for those that might be asking, maybe you might think you might have to start using it because I started using it since June. You might think you might have to start using it all the way up from like several months. No, really, you don't have to. I mean, this is my portfolio performance. If I check um as at um December, I was just at $10. January I was just at $13, and now it's on 40. So it's not really about how early you start using it. It's more like how frequently you use the browser. That determines how much you'd earn. So now the whole crypto news is not like it was a ban, it was a restriction. Because later on, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria still came out to say in a statement that they know that they cannot ban cryptocurrency. You can't. It's just like banning the internet. That's not possible, you see. So you cannot ban it. But what they did was they just created a restriction. The aim of the restriction is they are trying to regulate cryptocurrencies. They're trying to control it. But I try to explain to people the truth is it's not for the benefit of anybody. If we're being very, very real, the ban, the restriction, the news, everything they were planning to do, it was not for anybody's benefit. Now, the reason why the central bank issued that statement, that's why they didn't tell anybody this part. But the reason why they issued that statement is because they noticed that Nigerians no longer get remittances through the normal way, through Western Union, through MoneyGram. I mean, for most people, or for a lot of people now, when family members want to send them money from America or from other countries, they send them crypto, they send them Bitcoin, or they send them cryptocurrency. You see, and because of this, remittances have now reduced. Money that comes from other countries to Nigeria through Western Union and through the banks has now reduced, and they earn a lot of money from it. You see, because whenever Nigerians travel abroad, what's on their mind is how to send money down to their family members in Nigeria. And so they send like billions of dollars every month, every year, annually, like maybe even hundreds of billions of dollars annually. And so the country, Nigeria, makes a lot of money from remittances. But then they now notice that the remittances has dropped, and then the banks are not making money. And so they just brought out the whole restriction. That was why I don't know if many of you saw that after the whole restriction and everything, they now came out to say, for every naira, for every dollar you transact through the bank, you get 5 naira for free. I was just laughing. You see, I mean, they were saying that for every dollar that you receive in your bank accounts through their normal way, they will dash you 5 naira. So you see, so in the end, it was all for their benefit. They just wanted money to reach their hand, and they were not happy that people were boycotting them through crypto. And I feel like that is the reason why cryptocurrency is the future. You see, because these guys are trying to frustrate the monetary system, and they are not happy that we are making money without them, and they're trying to see how they can benefit from it. You see, I mean, remittances are very, very slow. Sometimes, if somebody abroad wants to send you money, it takes like 3 days, and then you now have to go to the bank and now be queuing in the bank, and now come with verification code and proof that it's your money. Maybe a valid ID, international passport. But why all that stress when somebody abroad can just send you Bitcoin in 2 minutes? Why do you have to go through all of that? Unnecessary stress. You see, so they know it's the future, but they are just trying to restrict it and now see how they can benefit from it, in the long term and all of that. So now, how you can be able to, I won't say bypass, but how you can be able to still transact and trade is through what we call peer-to-peer. It's through what we call peer-to-peer trading. Now, peer-to-peer trading is simply explained. Peer-to-peer trading is, let's say Shola wants to buy Bitcoin, and I have Bitcoin for sale. Now, Shola can always meet me and say, okay, I want to buy Bitcoin, and I have Bitcoin for sale, and I'm like, okay, take this Bitcoin, I'm selling it at this rate, and then he sends me money, I send him Bitcoin, voila. So that is peer-to-peer. It's also called OTC trading, over-the-counter trading. Now, this is how you can buy and sell from one person to another. Now, because of the restriction, several platforms have now integrated peer-to-peer exchange. So before, the problem was all these platforms, they used to have a bank account. So when you open an account, they'll create an account for you and tell you a Providence bank account, and they'll tell you um deposit money in the bank account. It will reflect in your trading account, and you can use that money to buy coins. But because of the CBN restriction, they have now removed those virtual bank accounts. So platforms like Binance can no longer create a virtual bank account for you. Platforms like Roku, platforms like Luno. So they have disabled that feature. Buy coins, for example. There are several Nigerian platforms. So they've disabled that feature where you can um, deposit money directly in your bank account on your platform and then use the money to trade. But the peer-to-peer future is still very, very much active. Now, like I explained, peer-to-peer is how you can buy from one person and exchanging between two parties. So the benefit of peer-to-peer is you don't have to pay transaction fees. So funny thing is, by boycotting or by removing by the whole restriction, they've put us in a position where now to trade we are even going to avoid transaction fees, because if I'm paying to you, I don't pay platform fees. So I'll explain some platforms that you can use peer to peer on. Okay, someone is saying she can't hear anything. I need to confirm. Can anybody else hear me? Because from this end I can see my mic moving. I just need to be sure that it is not a general thing. All right. So you guys can hear me, right? Okay, you can hear me very well. Okay. You can hear clearly. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I just needed to be sure because one person said it and then another person said it, and I was like, okay, maybe it's for everybody. So moving on. So peer-to-peer is how you can buy crypto directly. Now, there are so many ways. For example, for some of you, people that sell, and you might want to transact with them and buy directly from them, but then not everybody has someone they can buy from, or not everybody has someone they can buy from that they trust. Because another issue is, what happens if I send him my crypto and he runs away or he blocks my account or something? Victor, stop writing on the screen, please. Now, what happens if I send him my crypto and he runs away or stops replying my text messages, or he now blocks me on WhatsApp and I cannot collect my money from him? That is one major issue that many people have dealing peer to peer, because you don't know who you can trust. You don't know who can give you a good rate. You don't know who you can buy from, and then next thing you find out that your messages are no longer delivering because the guy has blocked you. And you're like, why did I sell to this person? You know, you don't know groups you can trust. Maybe you want to transact on an escrow group, for example, and then after sending your coins, they now kick you out of the group. So for all of these restrictions, for all of this, because of all of these problems, I always advise people to use platforms that have peer-to-peer trading future. It's way better. You see, it's way better because starting off, you might not have people in the crypto space you trust that you can deal with. So I always advise you start first from using platforms like Binance and their peer-to-peer, so that later on, as you have now mastered the crypto space and you now have friends, you can now say, okay, Shola, I want to sell crypto. Shall you buy my own? But before that, buying from other people is not like I'm saying it's a bad thing. No, it's good. I mean, it's very good, but you need to know those you can trust so you don't end up being scammed. For example, those Telegram groups, they tell you they buy your coins. 99% of them, maybe like 99.8% of them are scams, you see. So you don't trade on the Telegram group except you know who created the Telegram group. You don't. And also some WhatsApp groups, they just randomly add you to and tell you you can buy your gift card, buy your everything, whatever it is. You also don't trade on those groups too, because you can be kicked out at any point in time. It's a WhatsApp group and you're not an admin, you see. So it's just for you to play safe and don't get scammed in the process of trying to acquire coins. So what you do is you can open a Binance account. So after opening a Binance account, you can now use the peer-to-peer section to buy. So like I said, this way, if you want to buy Bitcoin, if you want to buy USDT, if you want to buy Ethereum, you can always have access to any cryptocurrency, you see. So for example, let's say I want to buy USDT. So, or let's say I want to buy BTC. And I come over to the buy section. This is buy, and this is BTC. And then now they're showing me people here that are selling. Now, another question somebody might have is, okay, what happens if I send these people my money? Because in most cases, when you're buying, you have to send, in fact, in all cases, when you're buying, you send money first on peer-to-peer trades. So you might have now be asking, what happens when I send these people my money? How am I sure that the guy will pay me? That is why you're using a platform. You see, a platform like this, what happens is when the seller and the buyer come together, this is it. The seller comes and says, okay, I would like to sell this amount of coins. And then Binance, the platform, takes the seller's coins and holds it in their possession. So when they hold the coin in their possession, they now publish the advertisements like, okay, Ideal Exchange would like to sell 150,000 naira worth of coins. So before they publish the ad, they've withheld his coins. Why? So that when you trade with him, they would be the one to release the coin to you. So when they hold the coins, then you now come and say, okay, I would like to buy. Then you pay the seller. Then you now inform them you've paid the seller with proof. Then once you place it down there, I've paid the seller, it's now left for the seller to confirm. So if he doesn't confirm your trade within a certain amount of minutes, then you create a dispute, and then they review the transaction, and then they credit to the coins. Why? Because the coin is in your possession. So they can control and regulate that transaction. So they can regulate that transaction, and you just know you can trust them. That's why I always advise use a platform like Binance, because I've had so many people ask me, what happens if I pay the seller and it doesn't confirm my transaction? Won't he run away with my money? No, he won't run away with your money. You see, because to use this platform, you have to be verified, ID verified. So every seller that transacts and every buyer that transacts can be found. You have to verify your ID with like your international passport or driver's license or voter's card. So your ID exists, you see. So it's more secure, it's safer, it's faster, and I just believe it's way, way better. Now, later on, I'm going to do an in-depth video on how to use P2P. I have the video already. It's on our YouTube channel. There's a video on how to use peer-to-peer exchange on YouTube. But then I would still do another breakdown video, maybe like a longer video to explain this is how to use peer-to-peer. I did a video like 5 months ago. So it's 5 minutes long. But then I'll do another video. You can watch that. That video explains everything also. But then in the new video I'll be doing, I'll also explain how to spot people that will delay payments and how to not trade with those people. So now moving on from here, the next thing I said I was going to talk about is whether you should trade or just invest in cryptocurrency. Now, this is a very, very major point. You see, for most people, they are not supposed to trade. Not everybody is supposed to trade. And I mean this very, very seriously. Not everybody is supposed to trade, because trading requires discipline. Most times people think, oh, everybody can trade cryptocurrency. Let me be honest with you, not everybody can trade. Not everybody is supposed to trade. Because Trading is more about discipline than actually spotting the right coins. There are times where you buy a coin, for example, at $10. You do your research, you know what you're doing, you're very confident in the coin, you're very confident in your position. And then you buy the coin at $10 and maybe it falls to like $7. And instantly you sell. You're like, hey, this has dumped too. That's done my portfolio. And you now sell. And then you can wake up 2 days later and see that the coin you bought at $10 that you sold at $7 has now become $30. Yes, it happens a lot. I can even show you charts to prove to you that it is a frequent occurrence. Now, at that point, you might be wondering, hey, what happened? Why did the coin now pump after I've sold it? It's discipline. Trading requires a very, 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 very deliberate level of discipline. It is something that you have to consciously be aware of. Not everybody can trade. To trade, you need to master a whole lot of things. For example, this is a very good trade. This is a very good trade example. Let's say you bought this coin. You notice that this coin has been having an uptrend. Let me cut out this part of the chart. Let me say this part did not exist. Now you're looking at the graph from here, and you notice that okay, this coin started off from here and went up, and then it went up. So what you're noticing is it has been experiencing an uptrend, an upward movement, and you do your analysis. You find out that okay, this is a good project to invest in. These guys know what they're doing. I mean, it's an NFT, for example, and you're like, I'm going to invest in this coin. I'm definitely buying this coin, and then you buy it. That's to trade now, not to invest long term. You buy it. And then suddenly you wake up the next day. Let me now review these parts. You wake up the next day and you see that the coin fell. For some people, the first thing that will come to mind is, hey, I have to sell low. I have to sell now. My coin has dumped. I have to quickly sell, and they sell at a loss. Now, the margin of the time frame is, this is like 8th of March. Okay, this should be like 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is like 12th of March. And then this is like 24. So that's like 10 days or 12 days interval. And then it dumps. And then suddenly you sell and you notice from the next day it starts rising. And then it rises here, passes your former entry point, falls again to your former entry point, and now keeps rising. In your mind, you'll not be saying, it's your village people. No, it's not your village people. It's your lack of discipline. You see, it is your lack of discipline because not everybody is supposed to trade. Trading requires it's going to be, the level of discipline is going to be very, 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 very hard. Trust me, it happens to all of us. It happens to even the best of us. For example, there was something that happened with Bake recently. Let me show you that chart so you see for yourself. Bake. So something happened with Bake. Now this is Bake. Bake is currently sitting at $1.7. It got as high as $2 yesterday. So now this is Bake. So let me just show you this. On the so this is, what day is this? On the 20th of February, Bake got to $2.0. 20th of February. Then on the 28th of February, 8 days after, Bake fell by 50%, falling to $0.9. Then yesterday, Bake got to 1.89, which is almost the previous all-time high of $2. Now, if you were trading this position or investing long term or trading this position, and then you've been in the coin, let's say you were in the coin, you bought the coin here, and then it pumps to $2 and you didn't sell, it now dumps here below your entry price. If you understand what you have invested, what you've bought, what you would have done at this point is to have bought the dip. But then some people, because of their emotions, they now sell at a loss. Then what happens? It now rallies and then boom, it goes up. If you had bought this dip, you would have been at 100% of the amount you used to buy, and from your entry price, you'll still be in profit. But because of emotions and how people trade with their emotions, when the coin falls small, they see that their $10 has turned to $8. They quickly sell. You lose money. You see. So trading requires a lot of mastery when it comes to discipline. Another area of discipline is also in taking profits. I mean, you buy a coin with $10, your $10 has become $80, and you're like, okay, should I sell? Should I still hold? That kind of thing. In taking profits, because some people, they'll enter a position, you bought something with $100, and then $100 has turned to $1,000. You didn't take profits, you didn't sell, and then $1,000 now falls back to maybe $600 or $500, and then you're regretting, hey, why didn't I sell? Greed. Greed is also a very, very important factor. So in trading, there comes the part where you need to master portfolio management and emotions, mastering your emotions. If not, you cannot trade profitably. You cannot trade profitably. And this goes beyond, because many people think trading is okay. You've learned how to use Binance, you've learned how to use the trading app. It is way more than that. There is a lot to trading. Because if I do a video here teaching you how to use Binance and how to use every trading platform, not everybody will still be able to trade profitably. Not everybody. I mean, I just got off a call with someone that's, I told to buy some coins, and then he bought the coin. But then he now saw that Dogecoin was moving today. Dogecoin was pumping. He now sold the positions that were solid entries to go and buy Dogecoin at the top. And then it now fell with his money. So at that point, you don't blame anybody. You don't blame, let me look for Dogecoin. At that point, you will not come and say, it was this person, it was so and so. It's just, you blame yourself, because it is emotional discipline. Because you see a coin pumping does not now mean, it has started pumping. No, let me go and now buy at the top. You need to know what you're doing. You see, and I don't know where, but maybe at this point, maybe at 226, and now it's on 20, this thing, 10% down. That's like 10% loss. You see, and there's really no point for you to have FOMO bought a coin that's already pumping. If you don't have any solid fundamental, you don't know whether it's going to keep going up. The smart thing to do is this segment where people were not aware, this accumulation zone, you buy. That is where a trader's proficiency comes in. This place where nobody is making noise and nobody's talking about it, you buy. Then here, when people are now buying and everybody's now entering the trade, you sell. You buy low, you sell high. But then some people, what they do is they now buy high and now sell low. That is not how to be a profitable trader. You see, but then for investing can work for every single person. I mean, you can even open a portfolio for your parents. You can open a portfolio for your grandparents, your uncles, aunts. Tell them, okay, buy these assets and hold long term. They might not be able to trade. They might not be able to bear the fact that if they buy a coin today with 100,000 naira, next tomorrow they see that 100,000 naira has fallen to 80,000, and then they're calling you. They ran away with my money, all of that. But they can invest long term. You can help them open a portfolio and buy a coin and leave it there for 1 year, 2 years, and come back and maybe 100,000 has turned to 2 million. Very possible. You see, so everybody can invest long term, but not everybody can trade. Not everybody can trade, because trading requires mastery of emotions. If you cannot master your emotions, you would have it to be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. It goes beyond the expertise. It goes beyond telling you what coins to buy, giving you signals. Some people, even if they get signals and they get coins to buy and everything, they still will not follow that routine. For example, someone I told to buy a coin and she bought the coin, and then the coin, she bought it with like $100, and then like 3 days, she made like $100 profits. And I'm like, had it been was a long-term investment, you can still keep holding because it's a long-term investment. You plan on holding for years or months, but you're trading, you're a trader. The aim is short-term profits, to be able to enter and enter another trade, because for trading, your aim is sorry, let me just, as a trader, the strategy you're working with is compound. You are working with compound investment. So it's like your money is compounding. So I started trading $1,000, and then I made $100 on top of it as 10% profit. Now, if I'm entering another trade, I am entering with the 1,100. So I'm compounding my money. I'm compounding my money. So That is how it works. But then for investing, you just buy and hold long term. You just forget about it. You just leave it there for months, for years. It's an investment. It's not something you sell at a certain point in time to enter another position. No, you just buy and hold and leave it. You buy and hold and leave it. That's why it's an investment. But trading, day-to-day stuff, you check your charts, you know the positions to enter, you shuffle money, and all of that. So moving on from here. So I was saying something. So the person bought the coin and the coin gave her 100% profits. And she now called me. I was like, that coin I told her to buy you, it's give her 100 on her trading account. It's give her 100% profit. That if she had known, she would have sold. That now the thing has now dropped. The 100% profit has now become 50%. And so it just works that way. At every point in time, you need to master the discipline of emotions. If you want to delve into trading, just know this and know it for sure. It is very, very important. It goes beyond giving you a gem. There are some people that they will tell to buy certain gems and they will buy the gem and they will end up in losses, while other people will make like significant amount of money from it. Somebody's saying the difference between trading and investing. Very simple. I just explained. Trading, day-to-day stuff. Investing is long-term. Investing is a long-term thing. When trading, you shuffle money. For example, I use 1,000 to enter a position, and then I sell the coin, and I buy another coin, and I sell the coin, and I buy another coin. But investing, you just keep buying. You just buy and hold, maybe in an offline wallet or something. I just keep storing it there, and um, buy whenever you have money, and dollar cost average, and all of that. So that is just majorly the difference. That is what it means to trade and invest. So I was saying, so the question now goes on to be whether you can trade or whether you just stick with investing. Now, you can master your emotions over time and get better at trading, but I just want you to know that it is a very, very important area that you will need to improve on. Very, very important. Very, very important. It will require very conscious discipline. So that is that. Then later, yesterday, I was talking about, I said something. Do I need to have money to start cryptocurrency? Well, there are different people that get into the crypto space. For some, they come with money. I mean, for some people, they have like millions and they're like, oh, I have a certain amount of millions or this hundreds of thousands of naira, and I don't know what to buy or I don't know what to do. And there are those that are into the crypto space because they want to make money. They really don't have anything at all. Now, for those that don't have, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. No, okay. You're asking how long is an average time a trader has to wait for a coin? Well, this depends on your research. This depends on, sorry, not research. This depends on your analysis. For example, if you analyze a coin, after your analysis, you have price projections. Let's say I analyze Dogecoin, for example. I do analysis on Dogecoin. For example, there's RSR. Let me just drop an alpha. So where is RSR? Let me search RSR. So this is RSR. RSR is currently trading at $0.083. But in a few weeks, days most likely, max weeks, RSR is going to get to $0.1. That's like over 30% from here. That's like over 30% from here. So how do you know how long to hold? Very simple. When you've done your analysis, your TA or your FA, you have a price projection. You can say, okay, buying this coin at this price is good. This is the price I should sell at. Then you just work with your price projections. You just work with your analysis and, wait till it hits your target and sell. And yes, you can make a long-term investment on Binance. What I do is you can have multiple Binance accounts, one for trading, one for long-term investing. So you can open two Binance accounts, for example, and one you're trading actively on that Binance account. And then the other one, you just open it and you're just throwing money there to just buy a coin and hold for long term. Just throw like $10, $50, $100, whenever the money comes, and just buy any coin and just hold for long term. You see, so you can trade, you can do that on Binance. So moving on from here. So that is that. So this is RSR, do what you want with that information. This is not this is not a an investment advice. Do your own research. So talking about that, I was saying that, do you need to have money to get into the crypto space? You don't need to have money to get into the crypto space. Everybody starts with everybody starts from somewhere. For some people, they start with a whole lot of money, but for some, they start with nothing. You see, I mean, the majority of us that got into this crypto space started with basically nothing. So it's about, growing your money, increasing your money. So how can you start off? For some, like I explained yesterday, you can focus on airdrops. Airdrops is how you get free cryptocurrency. Now, I laid emphasis in the recording I did on my YouTube channel. I laid emphasis on the fact that airdrops are very, very, very stressful. I promise you, airdrops are very stressful. Let me copy the YouTube channel link and send so you can subscribe, because most of the videos I'll be uploading will be here. Now, airdrops are very, very, very stressful. No, you cannot use the same email to open multiple Binance accounts. I mean, you cannot use the same email to open multiple any accounts. So airdrops are very, very, very stressful, very stressful, but it is worth it. Because I've had some people tell me, this airdrop is stressful, it's not paying. You are doing something that could potentially make you millions. People go to work 9 to 6. I mean, they go to work as early as people that work in Lagos, for example, have to leave their houses like 7 a.m. And I'm even trying to be very, very normal, because some even leave their house like 6 a.m. And some have to leave their house like 7 a.m. and then they come back home like 8 p.m. and then they go to work Monday to Friday, some work Saturdays. And by the end of the month, some people earn like 40K, some like 100,000. And then all you have to do is airdrop that could earn you 500,000 naira at once, or 1 million. And then you're complaining. It means you're not really serious about making money. No, you're not serious at all. At all. I mean, imagine you had a 9 to 5, which is not actually 9 to 5 in our country. It's like a 7 to 9. Imagine you had a 7 to 9, and then you're working every day of the month, and you come back home and all you are getting paid is 100,000 naira. That is what some people earn, and some people make do with it, and they start a family with it, and the family is actually well sustained. You see, so if you find an opportunity to earn free cryptocurrency and it requires doing certain tasks, you should not complain that it is stressful. You shouldn't, because you can make. I love this guy that just sent this message. iPhone, I don't know who you are, but I love this. I mean, look at what he just said. I got $2,500 on airdrop today. Can you imagine? Calculate that. Let us calculate that in this. I love the fact that it wasn't me saying it; it was someone else saying it. So it won't be like, but I've tried and it didn't work for me. It works for everybody. You just need to just be consistent. So now $2,500 is 1.2 million naira. So let's assume you are someone that does a 9 to 5 or a 7 to 9, like our country, Nigeria, and you get paid 50,000 naira monthly. I mean, 50,000 naira. Many parents are like, if you graduate from school, you're getting a job of 50,000 naira is a good thing. So let's assume you're getting paid 50,000 naira monthly. That will take you 24 months of your life. 24 months divided by 12, that is 2 years. 2 full years. Let me give you the amount of number in days. That is 752 days of your life. It will take you to earn that money. And somebody got it from an airdrop for free. So, and this is another person saying, I once got $500 on an airdrop last month. And it's not even consistent. Can you see? So, Uniswap airdrop is currently worth $14,000. So I feel like if you have an opportunity to do an airdrop and you are complaining that it is stressful, you are just not serious about making money. Someone just made in one day what it would take a normal salary earner 752 days of his life to earn. You can't complain about stress, really. Because I believe we're in our youth, many of us here are young people, and this is an opportunity for you to try as much as possible to do everything you can to make money. And so if you get opportunities, you don't complain that it's stressful, really, because a lot of people are doing way, way more and earning way less. So that is that. So make sure you take airdrops. So many people get involved in the space. Some have money to trade. Beautiful. You have money to trade. Pay for a course, master trading, so you don't make mistakes from trying to attempt something and now lose money in the process. You could pay for a course, learn trading, master trading, and start trading profitably. And if you have money to invest, awesome. Pay for information, know the coins to buy, so you buy the right coins and hold for long term. Beautiful. And you don't have money to start off with, which is not a bad thing, because I mean almost all of us started from there. You I'm not going to say anything about airdrops. I already said it yesterday that there is a video on my YouTube channel that explains about airdrops. So you can just check it out so we don't have to digress from what we're talking about. Um so moving on. So I'm trying not to get distracted. So you should if you're starting off with money, you should trade or invest. And if you're starting off with nothing, you can always do airdrops. Maybe after this meeting, I would create a group for airdrops. I'm considering it. Or maybe I'll grant some people access to an airdrop group. And I'll do something. So the plan is I'll create an airdrop group. There are only 96 people here. Okay, awesome. So that means at least everybody on this call will be able to enter the group. So I'll create the airdrop group, and oh, I might have to create it now because everybody that is here is like on a different group. Let's see. Okay. Let me just see how I can get this across. Mm. At least with this, those that have information, like people that made 2005 and those that got other airdrops, can also freely post the information on this group. And subsequently, when I get access to certain airdrops, I'll also post. So I'm going to send a link now. So those of us that are here on this meeting, you can just join the group. And later on, we will now break down other stuffs. But please let us not digress. Let me just send the link. Chat. I've sent it. So yeah, so those are interested can just join. And that is that about that. So I just had to log in with another account and just send it. So moving on. So if you don't really have money, and it's possible that you also have money to trade and you still want to be doing airdrops, please carry on. I still do airdrops. Anyways, whenever I get the chance to, I still do airdrops. I mean, in January, I got an airdrop that was like $4,000. A few days ago, I got another one that was like 150. And a few days ago, every once in a while, they just come and go. So I feel like if you still want to, you can still be doing airdrops and be earning profitably from it. You see. So it just depends on you, how you can manage your time and how serious you are about making money. You see, but please don't complain it's stressful, because airdrops can be very, 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 very stressful. See, I can guarantee you, I have portfolios of airdrops I did since 2017, over 150 coins I got that are currently worth nothing. Like I've gotten over 150, almost 200 coins that are worth nothing. But then the coins I have made money from, geez, I mean, totally worth every effort and every stress. So I feel like everything just requires deliberate effort. And if you really, really want to make money, you just put the sacrifice into it. Because so many people have come to tell me, the airdrops they've been getting, they've not made money. And then you ask them, how long have you been doing airdrops? And they're like, I just started this month. And I'm like, you're not serious. You're doing airdrop for just 1 month and you are complaining that you've not made money. There are those that do airdrops for 2 months, 3 months and make nothing. And then 1 month, suddenly they just make $1,000 or something, maybe 200. You see, it just compensates for the entire effort. I mean, there was an airdrop that happened recently, Cope. Is it Cope? Cope, yeah. And people that got the airdrop, the airdrop is currently worth $11,000. Why did I miss that airdrop? I was writing exams. I was so pained. I was like, which exam would have given me $11,000? I mean, Is it even worth it? You see. So there is that too. And then another one came out, rope, and the airdrop is currently worth $200. That's like 100,000 naira. Are you kidding me? That's something. That's something. You see. So getting involved in the crypto space, you don't necessarily need to start from a place of abundance and have so much money, but you just need to be ready to take a lot of these things seriously. And um, if you are ready to take it seriously, you you would make a significant amount of money from it. It's all about discipline. It's all about discipline, really, in every area. Whether you want to get um whether you want to get money, whether you want to get anything at all you want to get involved in. If you just need to be consistent. You just need to be consistent at it. You see, you just need to be consistent, and eventually things will just work out for your good. So moving on from here, RSR is totally worth considering. Um, Someone is sending a link to download a wallet app. Okay, now let us not get distracted and now start posting airdrop links here. Let us just focus on the meeting, please. So moving on. Now, the final thing I would like to talk about, or one major area I also like to talk about, is what coins can you look into to buy and hold for long term? What coins can you look into? Now, please note, let me put out a disclaimer that this is not an investment advice. This is not an investment advice, but these are coins I myself am currently bagging, and this is paid information basically. But I mean, we're 100 on this call, so we just hit 100. That's nice. I mean, everybody can benefit from this. Now, some I got in pretty early, some have not even moved, and some can still perform. There's Xcore, great. Now, please don't now come and start asking me, how can I buy? Please, this is a question that should not come to my DM, because if 100 people start asking me, where can I buy? How can I buy? It's stressful, really. Like I said, as a newbie, as a beginner, focus on learning first. This is for those that have been trading and have been trading profitably and can find their way around, some of these things. And if you would still like to do your research and look into it, beautiful, awesome. So this is Kurit, Xcore. Now, we got into Xcore pretty early. We got Xcore since like $2.14, and we're over, I don't know, like 300% up in profits. I think more than that, like 400%, yeah, or 400% up in profits. Just late last month that we bought it. But then, yeah, this was when it was 2. I even got it late. It was 2.1 something at some point here, and I got it March 15th. But then I feel like this coin can still get to $100. I'm looking at the end of the year. Now, it's possible it might not get as far as 100. It could get at 50. But this is one that I'm holding for long term. Now, like I said, this is not an investment advice. This is not a financial advice. So do what you want with this information. Do what you may. And please, if you feel like, do nothing with this information. So this is Xcore. I'm bagging it long term. I feel like there's so much upside potential, and the market cap is still $53 million. I mean, 10x from here is chicken change. And then there's RSR. Now, RSR is not the one I advise a lot of people to buy, because the market cap is already up. But my projection for RSR, I'm holding RSR till the coin gets to $1. I've been holding since last year, June, July, when it was still like 0.00 something. I'm over 10x up, but I'm still holding because RSR has a very, very solid use case. Doing my research on the coin, reading about it, I found out that so don't worry, for the airdrop group, it will still be regulated. Currently, I'm on the call, so I cannot do that. So I've done my research on the coin. I found out that this coin is something that can actually get to $1. It can, because it's being used in countries to solve some inflation problems. Now, it could take strong hands. You might have to hold RSR till like next year ending or 2 years time. But RSR going to $1 is not impossible. It's not impossible. I still have my bag and I'm holding that bag till one of it is $1. That is it. I'm not selling till then. And another one is VRA. Now, VRA is one that has already really, really performed, but still has so much upside potential. I mean, Binance has not even listed the coin yet. Are you kidding me? So VRA it's very, 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 very it's a very solid coin. Now we got in early also since December. I mean, VRA was like someone entered my DM, one of those on our paid group, and I was like, that's the $100 used to buy VRA is now, was it 2,000 something dollars or something? We've been holding for a long time, and we're still holding because VRA still has a lot of upside potential. VRA still has a lot of upside potential. So I feel like this is also a good one. Now you can decide to do your research on all these coins and eventually decide to buy. I don't know, but like I said earlier on, this is not an investment advice. I'm just giving you a breakdown of a very few amount of coins that we're holding. Just few. Maybe I'll just mention like 5 or 6 and just stop there. So, like I said, do with this information what you may. And I'll just call 2 more. There's Solana. Now, Solana has already moved. In fact, I got to know about this super late and I'm surprised. Not like I got to know about it super late. The first time somebody informed me of Solana was $3. That was like November, December. Yeah. Sorry, December was still $1. Wow. Interesting how I didn't take this information seriously. So when someone first informed me about Solana, I was like $1. And then I don't know, somehow, somewhere, I just did not take that information seriously. And now the market cap is up to like 7 billion, which is a lot already, like a lot. But I'm still bagging some soul because I just want to, I just believe that it could still perform, hopefully. Now for Soul, it's the market cap has pumped already. This is not something that might perform significantly compared to other low cap coins, but do what you may with this information. And then last but not the least, okay, let me just say FRM. FRM. FRM is so funny because we started buying FRM from like 12 naira and it's currently almost $1. Got to 0.9, almost $1 recently. But looking at the market cap is just 123 million. The use case, very solid use case. FRM still has a whole lot. FRM still has a lot to do. Like it can still do a lot. It can still do a whole lot, and I feel like there's still so much upside potential to FRM, and we're still holding, and all of that. Now, like I said, almost everything I call here are risky trades. Not risky because of anything, but risky because from our entry, we are at least 400% up on every coin, except Solana. I just started getting Solana. We're at least 400% up on every coin that I just called. But from where they are now, some of them can still perform very, very, very well. Very, very well. You see, so that is that about that. So, like I said, this is not investment advice. This is not me recommending any coin for you to buy. Just do with this information what you may, and it's just out there. And blind boxes. I should not call this one, but it's fine. Blind boxes. I won't say anything about blind boxes. I'll just say blind boxes. So that is the end. So moving on. So let me now open the room for questions. We have the plan is 11 to 12, 1 hour session for teaching, then 1 hour for questions. So like I explained earlier on, brief summary, you might not have to enter this space with a whole lot of money, but then there are airdrops that you can do and make money. So you might not have to enter the space with a lot of money, but So you might not have to enter the space with a whole lot of money, but then you can do. Someone's asking, does it mean I don't have cake, bake, or Judy? I'm obviously not going to call all the coins I'm holding now. I'm obviously not going to start calling all the coins I'm holding. Am I holding cake? I don't know. Am I holding bake? I don't know. Am I holding Judy? I don't know. So that is just that. So like I said, you can start off with nothing and do airdrops and or maybe work for crypto firms and start making money. There's that. And you can decide to trade or invest. Everybody doesn't have to trade, but everybody should invest. And you can get involved in so many other areas in crypto. Really, there's so many ways to make money. So someone is asking, what exchange is Escore on? It's left for you to do your research. Do you know Cake Coin? Yeah, I know Cake. I know about Cake. Um, I know about Cake, and that is that. So someone else is asking, explain how we can enter the signal we get from your WhatsApp group. Well, I'm not going to be dropping any signals on any WhatsApp group. The only signals I drop on any WhatsApp group is my paid group, of which they have video guides on how to trade. So, how do I know coins with good potentials? Research. A very important thing, like I said yesterday, that I said I wasn't supposed to say, is crypto Twitter. You can get a lot of information from crypto Twitter. You have no idea. Like you can get a whole lot of information from crypto Twitter, a whole lot. Because some people just come and just talk about things and what? Anyone who has made at least one trade on Coinbase will receive 10 coin, which is $6,000. Are you freaking kidding me? Like what? What the heck? Wow. What a significant airdrop. Well, I think it's a joke. I hope it's a joke. I just hope it's a joke. So, like I said, the people you follow on Twitter matter a great deal. If I scroll through my feeds, all I'm seeing are crypto trades and okay. Thank you. All I see are crypto related contents. Oh, Xcore just launched something. I follow them too because I mean I have the coin. And interesting. 60 days staking pool. I mean, why not drop my coin and stake it instead of holding it? Oh, bullish news. So if people I follow on Twitter, I just try to be sure that it's crypto content and I can get information. So that way, yes, I remember there was this time where AirPod Pro was $549 and just launched, and one Ethereum was $576. And they were asking, would you rather buy an AirPod Pro or one Ethereum? And lo and behold, those that bought an AirPod Pro, congratulations. One Ethereum is now $2,350. Awesome. So the people I follow on Twitter determine the kind of feeds I get, and it just helps me filter information, and I just know what people are talking about, what to research on, what to look into, and it's just that way. So it's one of the things that also help my research. For some airdrops, they ask you to send. Any airdrop that tells you to send money is a scam. But for some airdrops, they tell you to send 0 BNB. Yeah, I've seen those airdrops. Since it's 0 BNB, you're sending nothing really. You're just burning gas. So it's still okay. You can still do those ones. Assuming I have 5,000 naira to invest now, if I buy a coin on Binance, should I store on Binance or send it to Trust Wallet or buy directly? I mean, if you are using 5,000 naira to invest and you buy on Binance, hold it on Binance because the withdrawal fee for certain coins, to withdraw Bitcoin, for example, is $27 fee. To withdraw Ethereum is $18 fee. So I feel like you can just hold it on Binance instead of spending such an unnecessary fee. How do you work for crypto community? For how you work for crypto communities, I would talk about this later on, not in this meeting, but I would share more information and light on this. Peter, yes, that's self-drop. Yeah. You showed us how to buy BTC. How to buy these other smaller coins? Well, how to buy other smaller coins is where we start talking about trading, cryptocurrency trading. Now, like I said, later this week or early next week, I'll do a video. You would see a video on how to trade on Binance and how to trade on some other exchanges, just to guide you on all of that. But when I post those videos, I'm not going to share the link on the group. That's why I said just make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because there'll be a whole lot of videos and I can't now be sharing link everywhere. So just subscribe, and when the videos come, you just get notified and you get access to those videos. NFTs. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Now, I didn't talk about NFTs because it's a whole topic on its own. But there's someone I'm planning to organize a class with. He's an NFT artist and he has made 6 figures from NFTs. NFTs that he by himself has made and sold. So when I organize that class, everybody will be very well aware of it, and he will talk to you about NFTs in depth. It's going to be a free class also, and the time will come. What can we advise someone to go into now? I don't give investment advice. So, because the reason why I don't give investment advice is for every coin I'm supposed to tell you to buy, there are other instructions that come with. For example, how to buy, where to buy, when to sell, what amount is advisable to use to buy. So I don't just throw out information like, okay, go and buy this coin now, because you don't have access to all this other information. It's not left for you to manage your risk by yourself. So it's just, okay, these are the coins I'm holding. If you're interested, you can look into it, and all of that. So it's just left for you to now decide. What's the YouTube channel? The YouTube channel is Island Block. I just sent the link. Let me send the link again so you can check it out. Okay, so I have to scroll back to the top. Twitter handle. Okay, yeah, I think I can send my Twitter handle today because there are not too many messages, so I can filter and just send. I mean, that was very funny though. When I wanted to enter Xcore and some other coins, I actually called it on my Twitter, which I don't normally do. I just called. Let me go to that signal. Where was that time? Dun, 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 dun. Just trying to look for the tweets to just show you. Even even AXS, this AXS dipped and $6. Now AXS is on $8 or so. Where's that call? I just hope I find it. If I don't, it's fine. I might just have to leave it. Okay, yeah, this was it. So that was March 17th. I was like, I just bought an unhealthy amount of Xcore at $2.13. Let's ride this baby to $5 and $10 levels, which it has passed. It got to $5. It has gotten to $10. It got as high as $11 yesterday and fell small. So, and a few days later, it got to 4.4, which was 100% up, and we still held. I was still holding. So that was for Xcore, and I still called another one. Yeah, Blank. God, I can't believe I called this on Twitter. This coin was one of the biggest calls of like, I mean, and I even entered late. It didn't even make sense. What's the name of the coin again? Blank. That was unnecessarily free information. That information was too free. So I called Blank at it was $0.76. 0.76 at the time. Currently it's sitting on $3, but then few days ago it pumped as high as $5 per coin. $5. I mean, someone that bought it when I called it was telling me that the $100 he used to buy it was worth $850. I was like, wow, interesting. That's like 800% in profit, So I just called that casually. Sometimes I just drop some information here and there, just like, okay, let me just drop this. Let's see what happens. So it's just that. So I don't really do it frequently, It's not something I do frequently, but it happens. So there is just that. What's up? No other questions. Interesting. The questions today are very few. Awesome. Wow. That's nice. Hope I have not caused all the questions to start rolling in. So does anybody have any other question? Now, like I said, crypto Twitter, you would get a whole lot of information from crypto Twitter. Like information that would be so mind-blowing. I mean, I got to know about RSR from Twitter, and then I did my research because I mean, many people call so many coins, but you just need to do the discipline of knowing what you are buying. So I did my research, and after doing my research, I bought it. And since last year, I've been holding, and the profits have been quite astounding. Information I got for free. I mean, you know, how do I verify my Binance accounts that is not giving me the BVN option of verification because I don't have a passport or an ID card by any means of national identification? Okay, the BVN verification is no longer is not, I don't think it's still valid. Because of this restriction. The reason why BVN verification was working before was because then you could have your personal bank account on Binance such that you can deposit there and use Naira to directly buy anything. But after the whole CBN restriction, you cannot really, BVN verification is not really that significant. So you have to do a full-blown ID verification, which I did a video on how to verify your ID on Binance. There's this whole video on so this is how to verify your Binance account. So you can just check it out and just watch it. I believe nothing has changed. What do you charge for your paid class? Well, the thing is, I don't really push paid content like that. I feel like from free information alone, you can make a lot of money. That's why I don't really post join my paid group on my status or paid group is this. I don't really advertise it like that. From free information, you can really make a whole lot of money. Paid groups are where you want to make more money or you want to have a community that you can freely interact with. For me, it's more about the community. Or you want to have a place where, let's say you're a busy person, and you cannot do your research on coins, but you need a place where they can tell you coins to buy and just say, okay, buy this on hold for this period. All of that information. There's just that. Like on what you showed us, I saw the limit on BTC to buy was like 50K. What if someone wants to buy like 3K? Yes, exactly. This is why I said I'm going to do a more in-depth peer-to-peer video. Because in peer-to-peer trading on Binance, there are limits. For example, when somebody wants to sell, there are those that place their adverts, but then the minimum they sell is 100,000 naira. For example, this guy, let's say I want to buy crypto. Now, this guy over here, sorry, let me minimize this. So now, I don't know if you've ever seen this chat section. I need to just minimize it. So this guy over here, he wants to sell. And he's only selling 1,000 naira worth. 1,000 naira is the smallest I can buy, and 1,000 naira is the biggest I can buy. It means the only amount of this is selling is 1,000 naira, which is small. And this guy is selling like 10,000. That's the smallest amount you can buy from him is 10,000 naira. Then the highest volume he has is 20,000 naira. So let's say I want to buy 500,000 naira worth of USDT. If I'm buying with these guys, I'm buying in bits. I'll be breaking it down small. It's stressful. But I come over to Treasure and I see that Treasure is selling minimum 50,000 naira, maximum 523,000. And I would like to buy 500,000 naira worth. I can buy from this person. You see, so every trader has their limits. The smallest amount they are selling, the biggest amount. This one, for example, the smallest amount he's selling is 200K. So if you are here to buy like 5K BTC, you would have to you have to now keep scrolling down to find someone that this one now can sell 5K BTC to you, 5,000 naira, and you can buy from this person. So, how to work in the crypto community? Yeah, I'll talk about this now. Let me just wrap up this. There are just a few questions. From here on, how do we start this journey? Like what we need to do? Excellent question. Awesome. Now, what you need to do from here is very simple. gain more knowledge. That's why this course is called Introduction to Crypto. This is not called everything about cryptocurrency. It's introduction. So it's like helping you get started in the space. So the basic stuffs that are really complex and difficult for people to understand, you understand them easily. I mean, for most people, I mean, I just heard recently that some people, introductory classes like this, they charge maybe $100 or $50 or 20K. And I'm like, I feel like there's no point. You see, these are people that are trying to understand crypto. Just teach it for free. You see. So it's an introductory class, getting you to understand a lot of concepts at once. And so that's why I explained so many things. So as it is now, some people here know as they're living here, they are going to do airdrop for the next 2 months. You see. And some people here know that, okay, I'm going to now go and start focusing on researching coins and knowing what to buy. Some are going to focus on how to trade. Some are trying to see crypto communities they can work for. So the information is out there. It's about doing what you want with the information. For those that are in that would love to trade, beautiful. Look for other information. Like for example, I showed you Binance. The next thing you should do is open a Binance account. Try and familiarize yourself with the platform. How do they use this platform? What is it about Binance? Learn about technical analysis, learn about fundamental analysis. You just keep learning. For those that want to work for crypto firms, like somebody has been asking, the next thing is, what skill do you have to offer? Now, yes, excellent. Yesterday, I said I was going to talk about shooting your shots. Now, shooting your shot is very, 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 very important. And please, this is not asking someone out, no. Shooting your shot for crypto companies or to work with any company. If you have a skill that you know is an actual skill, emphasis on an actual skill, because to work for a firm, you need to have expertise. You need to be good at what you do. You cannot be learning something and you now want to work for a firm that is worth millions of naira and has, public attention. And let's say you are doing graphics design, but you're a beginner and you now want to work for a firm that has a lot of media attention. You need to be good at what you do. You see, because to shoot your shot, you need to be good at what you do. If I'm going to send a proposal to a CEO of a company, I need to know where I can come in to assist that company and the value proposition. What value can I offer? Do you get? So this is very, very important. I mean, I've worked for so many firms and I've never even submitted my CV even once. I've never even had the need to submit my CV. You see? So it's just that. So in shooting your shots, firstly, the first and most important thing is, do you have enough value to offer? If you're still in the beginning stage, if you're still learning your craft, then what you can do is volunteer. What do I mean by that? Let's say you follow some crypto firms on Twitter or on Telegram, on Twitter or on Telegram or maybe on Instagram, and you know they have upcoming events or they have an upcoming program. You can, let's say you're a graphics designer, for example, and they've already done their graphics for the event. You can decide to design the graphics again if it will be fine anyways, and maybe share also and tag them and say, I just did this design for you guys, blah blah blah. Now a lot of them might not respond, yeah, but this is you shooting your shots. You're shooting your shots. You're putting the word out there. You're letting them know this is what you have to offer. For some, you might have to send value propositions maybe to the CEO's email. Let's say you think you can be a very good community manager. You know they have a community and you know what they do in that community. You follow them on Telegram and you've seen some flaws. You've seen some places where you can come in and play a significant role. You can come up with a proposition and be like, sir, I noticed that this is this. Write an email. You see, that was how I got my first job with the company. That was how I got my second job. And I'm still shooting my shot with Patricia. I'm sure many of you know Patricia, even though now they're having like serious issues. I'm still shooting my shot to Patricia because, funny enough, the reason why I would love to work with Patricia is because they have swag. I don't know, that's just the reason why I would love to work with Patricia. They just have swag and I love their swag. And I'm like, these guys are really, really cool. You see. So you have to know what you have to offer. What can you offer this company? If you are good at video editing and let's say you follow them and you have their YouTube channel and they have video contents, you can take those contents, maybe edit it in a certain way, or take out those contents, do small clips from those contents, post it on your YouTube channel, post it on your handle, tag them to the post, let them see what you've done. It's you are selling yourself, you see. So like I said, for some companies, you might have to get in contact with the CEO, or get in contact with their mail, and send the value proposition, letting them know what you can offer the company. And for some, you can just be shooting. I feel like the more effective way is to shoot your shot on Twitter and Instagram. You follow them, you see what they're working on, find a way to be relevant in that field with regard to the skills you have to offer, and just keep trying and trying and trying. A lot of them might not answer you really, but you just need one company to say yes. And from there, when you now want to work for the next company, you can now start saying, I have worked with so and so. And they won't even know the background history of how you were shooting your shot before you finally got the opportunity. But then when you get there, you can say, I have worked with this company as a this and that, and from there you have expertise really. So that is basically it. And there are a lot of crypto firms that need a lot of people in so many fields. Crypto firms need graphics designers a lot, like a lot. Crypto firms need community managers. Community managers. I know someone that earns on average $500 monthly as monthly fee managing a community. And the monthly shift is not even like you're going to work in 9 to 5. No, the daily shift is just 7 hours, a 7 hour shift. Just a 7 hour shift, you know. And for some communities, they'll pay $500. For some, they'll pay like $1,000, depending on who you're working with. I mean, as a community manager, you see, and so many other areas to video editing, and stuff like that. Well, I didn't specifically promise a video on fundamental analysis. I said I was going to see the possibility of uploading the video, because it still needs to be edited. So, but I'll look into that. How do you make an effective research on a coin? How do you know a coin's potential is a how do you know a coin is a potential buy? Well, starting off, um, knowing the potential of a coin, you need to know why. The first question you ask yourself is, why do I think anybody will be interested in buying this coin? And where does that take you to? The use case. For example, I called XCore for you. I called XCUR. Every coin I called out, I know what every single one of them is used for. Veracity is a gaming. I mean, VRA has not even moved. Jeez, what's happening? VRA is, even though we're like almost 2,000% up in VRA, but then I feel like the coin has never moved yet. VRA is a gaming platform. Like, do you know what it means? They even had a partnership with PUBG last year, PUBG and Call of Duty. And all of that did not even move it. You can read about them, you see. So I don't know. Most times when people ask this question of how do you know the potential of the coin, I feel like by the time you start doing your research, you will know how to know the potential of the coin. You will just know. You will just instantly know, because it's so obvious. You just know coins that will move. I mean, imagine a coin that is used for gaming and has partnership with top brands, and then the price is still low. Obviously, what are you expecting? Eventually, the price is going to come up. It might take a few weeks, it might take months, but this is a solid fundamental. This is like, these guys have a lot going on already. I'm trying to find their website. I don't know if this is it. I think it should be at the top here. Yeah, website, yeah. Rasti.io. Okay, that's what I just came to. And so, for esports and video entertainment, and you check and you see, okay, this is CEO talking, and then you see some of their integrated layers in the news, their virtual cycle, how it works. So game developers and influencers publish sponsors, blah, blah, blah. You can read about it and know how they reward their users, know what the coin is used for. And all of this just goes on to solidify your bias, and just gives you more confidence in whatever you want to buy, whatever it is you want to buy. And so by reading all of this, by checking their rating, by checking what people are talking about them, you can know whether or not it is worth being bought. And you can now use it to project the future price. For example, I'm looking at the market cap. I'm seeing that VRA is currently $153 million. And I feel like this thing can easily get to a $1 billion market cap. Why? The use case, solid use case, enough media attention, beautiful partnerships. All they just need is to implement everything they have said so far. Another one is the other one I called, what was that again? Xcore, yeah. So now Xcore, what they are building is in fact, I'm not going to start analyzing every coin, but I feel like if you just do your research and just check about each of them one by one, you would actually know why a coin can move. All these fundamentals are based on you as an investor. Ask yourself a very simple question. Why would I ever want to buy this coin? Why do I think anybody wants to buy this coin? Then the next question is, what are they working on? Look at Xcore roadmap. We're in Q2, which is the second quarter of the year, and they've done the shopping.io integration, the Travelanda integration, and all of that. By Q3, the third quarter of the year, they are planning to list on two top 10 exchanges. Beautiful. They're also planning to have their all-in-one app launch and the NFT marketplace. And they're also planning to have targeted ad campaigns, future price projection, future roadmap, what they plan to do, their roadmap. And this just gives you an idea of, okay, price movements. This could go up or this could go down. I don't know, anything. And you just do your research based on this. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is worth it. This is what looking into. I would like to buy this coin. Oh, I don't like to buy this coin. And you don't need to buy every coin. These are their partners. Shopping.io. Solid partnership. Travelland. Trust Swap, Coin Payments, Gather. These guys have solid partnerships, really. It's only a matter of time before things go up. Could take a year, could take 1 month. As we're talking now, I can wake up tomorrow and find out that Xcore is on $100. And I can wake up in 5 months' time and find out that it's still at $8. It's very possible. You see, this crypto space, things happen fast. Things happen really, really fast. So, okay, I think I've missed a lot of questions now because I scrolled down. Someone is asking, show us how to enter a particular coin and take profits. I can't show you how to enter a particular coin and take profits because this is not a trading class. So I cannot answer this question. The only information we have now is airdrop. So, good evening. DeFi. Now, DeFi, essentially, the idea of DeFi is decentralized finance. What decentralized finance means is, for example, we have the banks, the centralized financial system. Now, decentralized finance is taking away that authority from the banks and giving it to the people by offering them the futures that the banks offer and even better returns. For example, if you go to the bank to deposit your money, you deposit your money in bank, let's say a fixed deposits. Imagine when I was so young, I was thinking I was going to really, really do a lot of fixed deposits, but now having the money in the bank is like, I don't know what to do with money. So you go to the bank and you put your money in fixed deposits. There's something they do. They give you returns monthly and yearly. It's called the percentage yield. So what they do is they give you returns based on the amount of money you put there. So for example, if you save, let's say 1 million for a whole year fixed in a bank, you might get maybe 500 naira or 1,000. I don't think it's up to 1,000 naira. Or maybe 1.5. I don't think it's that high. But that is the returns you get. But now, many coins have come up that give APYs. These are called annual percentage yields. So now these are the features that those banks offer, but then with better, that are way better. For example, if I'm holding 1 million naira in the bank and I hold it for a year, over time the money loses value because it's naira, it's fiat, it has the trajectory of always losing value. But then if I'm holding BTC, for example, let's say I'm holding BTC and I'm getting an annual percentage yield for saving my BTC in a wallet, then what happens is I'm holding my Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin appreciates in value, I still have my Bitcoin. And then I'm also rewarded for saving in BTC. So now this is just a glimpse into some of the futures of DeFi, just a few of these capabilities. We have the lending and borrowing platforms, we have the staking, we have the farming and earning. So this way, the normal crypto you have, you can use crypto, what you already have, to even make more money. Like when you stake, you deposit the crypto you have, maybe any coin, and you earn rewards for staking that coin, or you provide liquidity on liquidity pools and you get rewarded reward tokens. So many features like this. So it's a whole thing. DeFi, it's a big thing, and I feel like you can make serious money from it. You can make serious money. How do you tell a trader from a scammer? How do you tell a trader from a scammer? You can't know. I mean, if I'm chatting with somebody on WhatsApp, I can't know he's a scammer. You can't know. That's why it's always good to be safe and just trade safely, because you cannot know anybody's a scammer. And it's possible that somebody you might have been trading with that you've trusted for so long can decide to, change. People change. So you can't know. Which one is advisable to buy on P2P, USDT or BTC? Well, I always buy USDT. I stick with buying USDT because with USDT, you can buy smaller volumes, and with USDT, you can know the dollar rate of what you're buying. So I just stick with buying USDT. But you can buy BTC. If it's BTC you want to buy, you can still buy BTC. It depends on you. For example, if I go to USDT now, if I refresh, I can see that this guy, I can see someone I don't sell 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 50,000. I can see all these small transactions. But if I go to, okay, this is BTC. Okay. This is BTC here. I can see all those ones. Then this is USDT. Oh, USDT is even higher. Interesting. So it is even harder to buy smaller volumes USDT, easier to buy smaller volumes BTC. Well, there's that. So it just depends on what you want to use it to do. Anyways, you can always buy USDT, always buy BTC. Depends on you. Can we still buy our coin and also do airdrop? You can buy a coin and do airdrop. Oh, I do it too. Please, you can. Please, do you have a video on how to open multiple accounts on Binance? Well, there's really no video on opening multiple accounts on Binance. There's a video on how to sign up, how to create a Binance account. This is how to open a Binance trading account. Once you watch the video and know how to create a Binance account, you can just create multiple accounts. You cannot have multiple accounts in one account. You just have, whenever you need one account, you log in, you log out, and you log in. Someone said, please, I missed the part of airdrops. Like you said, you want to create a platform so we can get updates also. Yeah, I dropped a link. Maybe someone can share the link again. Are there apps that we can use for demo trading? Well, there's really no demo trading in crypto. No demo trading per se. Now, there's a platform I know that has demo trading. Even though I've never used it before because I've never needed to trade demo, but I've seen a platform, BTSC. They have a demo trading platform for crypto. So where is that? Let me just check BTSC. So I was trying to see if I can get the link. I have a friend that I can talk to that works with them. So he was the one that shared the link to me the first time. So they have a demo platform. Okay, I think, is it testnet? Yeah, I think it's called a testnet or something. Testnet.btsc.io. Yeah, exactly. So here you can create an account. Yeah, I can see it's exactly the same thing. It's like same thing. So you create your account, and after registering, you get credited demo funds, and you can just proceed to trading with demo money. Let me just send that to you so you can see it. So you can check it out. So someone is asking, photographer. Yes, crypto platforms actually need photographers. You'll be surprised. They actually need photographers. Although even though I know most photographers are also graphics designers or video editors, so that is very versatile. But they need photographers because that now depends on the firm you would like to work with. There are crypto firms that are into the media agency. There are media firms that you can also work with, and please, any skill is welcome. Any skill is welcome. And that's why I feel like anybody can work in any area. If you don't really have any skill, beautiful, learn how to trade. If you don't want to learn how to trade, do airdrop. If you don't want to learn how to do airdrop, look for Twitter giveaway. If you don't want to do anything, just eat rice. In a layman's language, explain what NFT and DeFi means. Okay, NFT. NFT is simply non-fungible tokens. It's non-fungibility. Now let me explain. The thing with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is, let's say I have 5 BTC. If I send you 1 BTC, I have 4 BTC. So there is no, each Bitcoin is not specifically unique per se. But with NFT, there's something called a uniqueness. Every one that is created is unique. Now, what do I mean by this? It's an area that is not only applied in artworks, but can be applied in every other area. It can be used for copyright protection. For example, let's say I release a song and I make it an NFT. Nobody can release the same exact song because it will have a different identifier. It will be identified differently. So it's like trying to make it very, 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 very easy to grasp, so it makes sense. With NFTs, you can easily tokenize assets. Okay, let me give an example. Let's say I sell land and I want to make the paperwork of every land I sell, because every land is unique. I mean, if I'm selling this property to one person, I can't sell it to someone else. So let's say I make the document into an NFT. Now, the non-fungibility of this means that, firstly, another copy of that document cannot be created. Even if it is created, it would be totally different from the initial one, because even though they look alike, they have different unique identifiers. So this is where we now get into the programmability of all of this and the back coding and all of that. But one major area that people have been able to use it very well in is artworks. Why have they been using it in artworks? One issue that many content creators have, especially artists, is their contents are always stolen. I mean, for example, some people just go online and see an image that a photographer took and just copy it and use it for their wallpaper, or just carry it and use it to do one design somewhere. No, without no regard to the artist, without even tagging him, without any credit to his artwork. And so because of this, most of these guys are not giving credit for their professionalism in that field. So what they do now do is, you can now tokenize artworks using NFTs in such a way that any artwork you make cannot be replicated. So you can now decide that, okay, for this particular piece of art, I would only like to create 2 copies or 3 copies or 4 copies, and there will only ever be 4 copies of that artwork in this life. There would only ever be 4 copies of that artwork. You see, so that is what you can now decide to do. So NFT is actually a very, very big field. See, there's so many applications right now using it for artworks and digital music creation. It's just the beginning. There is a lot. Like the NFT space is blowing up. That is why this is how this is how you learn how to do your research. For example, so many people, like asking about NFTs. So many people are talking about NFTs. Now, what you do as a trader and as an investor is, if everybody is talking about NFTs, then the next thing you need to do is, even if you're not an artist, Square is already rising. Even if you're not an artist, you now need to find out what platforms have NFT coins that I can buy and make money from. Why? So many people are interested in NFT. You now go to the point where, since everybody's interested in NFTs, how can I make money from this stuff? So then you can now start checking where is I prefer to use CoinGecko. So you can now start checking platforms that have NFTs and that have tokens, and the ones that have so much attention and you can buy and all of that. I mean, NFT is gaining so much ground. Because NFT is gaining so much ground, I started looking into NFTs because I'm not an artist, so I don't create digital artworks. So, but then I feel like if NFT is pumping, I can still make money from it. You see. So I looked into the NFT platform. I looked into coins that have been performing really, really well, and I got into some. Got into TVK, made 1,000% profits. Got into um, AXS, made like 500% profits. Got into a couple of them though. Yeah, this is TVK. So if you now check their performance, let's say I click on let me click on one that let's check AXS for example. I check AXS and let me just check the 90-day performance. You can see the upward trend. Why? Media attention on NFTs, therefore increase in price. If I check Sand, even though Sand has been misbehaving lately, I check Sand, I check the 90-day performance. I can see an upward trend. Let me even check 30-day performance. I can see, okay, this is Sand has been misbehaving lately. I got into Sand, but I'm still waiting for it to move. So you can see an upward trend. Why? Because of media attention in NFTs. I check audio. I've also heard of this coin too. Audio. I check audio. I check the 90-day performance. I can see it has also, moved significantly. Even though 30 days, it has not performed really well. It went up, came down, and then it's trying to regain upward movement. You see, so because of media attention and so many people getting to know about NFTs is why you should now start looking into NFT platforms that have coins and the coins that you can now buy and why you're buying the coin. So that is that about that. How far have I even gone? Do I know anything about the football coin called TFA? I honestly have not heard anything about TFA at all. When you hold a coin with good use case for a long time and it hits your targets, do you think it's wise to sell all or part of it? Well, it hits your target. It's just like running a race and you get to the finish line. I don't think there's any need to keep running. You see, if you hit your targets, you can sell. But over time, this is it. As you hold assets for a longer period of time, you build confidence in those assets. For example, when I first bought FRM at 12 naira last year, and then FRM got to like 120 naira, 1,000% profit. I was like, yeah, this is 10x. And I wanted to sell. But instead, I now said, let me now do more research on this coin to see if it can even perform better from here. And then I did research and then I saw this coin has not even started yet. And then I now made the call on my group again and I now bought more. From that call at 120%, FRM is currently like 300% up because it's $0.9, $0.8 something dollars, And I'm like, yeah, let me check to be sure. 0.8, I think 0.87, 0.87 times 495, 495, yeah. So that's $430 per coin. And I bought back again at one thing. That's like 350% up. You see, so it depends. It might get close to your target, and then you see like, wow, this coin has so much potential. Let me keep holding. And you just lock up and hold for long term. It might even fall when you decide not to sell. It might still even dump. That might be opportunity to even buy more for the next upward price movement. So no, the same BVN will not work for a different Binance account. The purpose of the link I sent is for demo trading, for those that want to open a crypto trading account with testing funds, which I don't know. I have not used before, but you can. Can you help to create a Binance account? Well, I cannot create a Binance account for you because that is invasion of privacy. I believe that you should be the only one to access your Binance account because your funds are there and you should keep it safe. So there's a video on creating a Binance account. You can check that out. Is it all the coins that is being traded in Binance? Well, every platform cannot trade every coin. I'm about to release alpha information, but let me withhold. Every platform cannot trade every coin. And no, all coins are not traded on Binance. What do you think about Ripple? XRP was mind-blowing. XRP was actually mind-blowing. I didn't expect XRP to move how fast it moved. At this point, I don't really have any say for the next price movements. Everybody's projecting XRP will get to $3. The whole of crypto Twitter is like XRP is going to get $3. All of that story. So I don't really know much about XRP. I just know that I bought it, I made like 70% profit, and I left the trade, and it still kept pumping. But I mean, I've made profits, so I can't see from here. If I stake BNB on Binance, does it mean I will lose the BNB in the place of a new token? No, you won't lose your BNB. If you stake BNB on Binance, you would still have your BNB, and you'll be using your BNB to farm other coins. This is also what we spoke about with DeFi, farming other coins. Do coins have expiring dates? Yes. But I won't call it expiring dates because they're not like products that sour and ferment. But yes, if you check charts, you would see that the market works in cycles. Markets work in cycles. There are points where coins are down, and then they now go up, and then they are down, and then they now go up, and then they're down. It's called a market cycle. So this is one cycle, this is another cycle, and so we have the upward movement, the downward movement. So you need to be able to time your entry and your exit, so you won't end up buying at this point in time. Even though if you buy here, you can still get an opportunity to sell, later on. But I mean, so you won't end up buying at this point in time and now end up selling here when you could have just bought here and sold here. So market works in cycles. Yes, every coin has its, but this is why you need to know what you're investing in, and you need to be following, you need to follow through. How is different accounts possible if one BVN can work for two? Your email is what you need to create an account, not your BVN. Your BVN is used to verify your accounts, but you don't need to verify your Binance account. You can open a Binance account with your email and use it to trade without verifying it. Please. How do I recover my mnemonics on Binance? You can't recover your mnemonics on Binance. Binance does not give you mnemonics or passphrase. The only thing you can do is you need to get access to your email, and then let's say, for example, this is my Binance account and I want to log in. I go to login and I have to enter my email and my password. Now, if I forget my email, so if I forget my password, I can always click forgot password and recover my password. But I cannot, there's no mnemonic, there's no seed phrase for Binance, except you're talking of two-factor authentication. Yes, Binance has two-factor authentication. If you enable two-factor authentication, let me see if I've not changed the password to this. If you enable two-factor authentication on your Binance account, let me see if I can show you that. Okay, I've changed password. Perfect. So if you enable two-factor authentication on Binance account and you lose access to your two-factor authentication stuff, once you log in and they request for it, you click on I no longer have access to it and follow that procedure so you can recover your account. And if your diary was in your bag, I just really hope that those that took the bag don't know anything about cryptocurrency, so they won't have access to your wallet. How do I convert coin on Binance to cash? You sell for BTC and then you go to peer-to-peer and sell BTC for Naira. You mean 2FA? Okay, perfect. Your 2FA can easily be recovered. Once you try and log into your account, and you now get to the 2FA points, Binance will now ask you. I have someone that just recovered his 2FA on my group recently too. Binance will now ask you, input your 2FA. You can now write, I no longer have access to this. And then they will now take you through a procedure where they'll ask you, what was the last coin you traded? What was the last thing you bought? What are you currently holding? They'll send a verification to your email. And when they ask you those questions, once you pass, you regain access to your account. There will be limit to what I can sell without verification. Well, if you're trading up to 100 Bitcoin, 100 BTC, well, yeah, there'll be a limit. So, since it's going to be long-term investments, yes, but the limit is far-fetched. I mean, except you plan on withdrawing 100 Bitcoin daily, because the withdrawal limit is, I think, 100 Bitcoin or 10 Bitcoin daily. And I don't think you want to withdraw 10 Bitcoins daily, except you want to. But BTC to Naira, will it be possible with the CBN ban? Yes. BTC to Naira through peer-to-peer trading is still very possible. You cannot restrict, you cannot ban peer-to-peer transactions. You can't. Peer-to-peer transactions would always exist. It's like immortal. If you want to sell Bitcoin and I want to buy it and you send the BTC to me and I send Naira to your account, that is peer-to-peer. Nobody can stop that. So, how do we detect coins before they get listed on Binance? Yes, this is what I meant by the alpha I don't want to drop. How do you detect the coin before they're listed on Binance? You find it. You find the coin. All right, so does anybody have any other questions that I would need to answer? We have like 12 minutes. Yes, Naira directly to your bank account. Yes, Naira directly to your bank account. I would have said that I would love to do an example of a peer-to-peer transaction here and withdraw, but since I'm going to still work on a video for a peer-to-peer transaction, there's really no need. What do you think about Trust Wallet? Trust Wallet it's good. I use Trust Wallet, but I've switched to SafePal. I like SafePal. The UI is astounding. It's so beautiful. SafePal. So I've switched to SafePal because it's fine. I'm not recommending you download SafePal, but then if you do, beautiful. I mean, the UI is clean, very clean and neat. If you download SafePal, I think you would like it. But I used to use Trust Wallet, but now I have migrated. But it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. They still offer the same features. There's really no difference. There's no specific difference. You can use my account for your example. Well, that's the funniest thing about peer-to-peer. In peer-to-peer trading, to do peer-to-peer trading, your account must be verified. And secondly, you can only withdraw to an account that contains your name. So if I want to sell a coin on Binance, for example, and my name I used to register my details on Binance is Jon Snow. Any account I'm putting, I can only pay money to Jon Snow because those that are selling to will specifically says that they do not support third-party payments. So, and you should not pay them from another account. It's just that. But how do you get this alpha info? Is there no risk in peer-to-peer? The only risk involved in peer-to-peer depends on the platform you use. That's why I advise you can use peer-to-peer through Binance. What if the second party doesn't send the Naira? I think I already talked about this. Maybe you're just joining. But if the second party doesn't send the money and he says he has sent it, you guys open a dispute. Then they'll ask him to send proof that he sent the money. Then they'll ask you to send proof that you didn't receive the money. And then they resolve the dispute. And then whoever they find faulty is going to be, the matter is going to be addressed. That's why I talked about Binance, using Binance as a third party, as for peer-to-peer transactions. Do you give info on coins to trade on a daily basis? Do I give info on coins to trade on a daily basis? Not on a daily basis. The mistake that many traders make is they think they need to trade every day. No. For some people, all they need is just one profitable trade. I mean, imagine you entered XRP trade and that was the only trade you did this month and you're up like 200% in profit, whereas someone that's traded like 7 coins is only in like 20% profit. The aim is not the amount of calls. It's not about how many coins you call. Nobody's awarded for being the premium caller of coins. It's about how much profit you're able to make from any call. I think that's what's most significant. I just started using SafePower, but I don't know how to deposit money. You can't deposit money on SafePower. You can only deposit coins, send coins, BTC, ETH. You can't put Naira there. How does one protect himself from flash coin? When you are dealing peer to peer with people, you need to wait till the transaction is verified. At least 2 verifications on the blockchain. So this is done. I'm not talking of dealing peer-to-peer on the platform. I'm talking of dealing peer-to-peer with people. Let's say you're buying and selling from other people, and then the guy sends you Bitcoin, and you want to be sure it's not a flash coin, it's not fake. You need to wait till the transaction shows at least 2 or 3 confirmations. Let me show you what I mean by 2 or 3 confirmations. Blockchain. CK. C. So let's say I want to check the Explorer for recent transactions, and all of these transactions happened like a few minutes ago. Let me check the recent transactions. Bitcoin Explorer. Oh no, please. So this is the latest block height 6, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is a transaction. I just found what I was looking for. Sorry. So these are the latest transactions. So these are transactions that are happening now as we speak on the Bitcoin blockchain that are happening like now. So someone just sent $22,000. Awesome. Someone just sent 1,082,481. So if I want to wait for confirmation, as you can see here, this transaction is unconfirmed. So until I see at least 2 confirmations, I will not release the coin. But if I go all the way to view all transactions, let's say I check a transaction that was done. Oh, I can't really check all transactions because these are recent and there's a lot of them. This one is still unconfirmed. But let me check previous transactions. Let me say, where's the wallet? This is the wallet. Okay, no. Just one transaction. 3. So let me see all transactions that have come to this wallet are still unconfirmed. I'm trying to look for other transactions that are confirmed that I can use. Okay, beautiful. Now look at this transaction. Now this is only showing unconfirmed, but this is confirmed. Now, before it gets to this green part, it will show you how many confirmations it has done. Maybe 2/3 confirmations, 3/4 confirmations. So I normally wait for at least 2 confirmations. Once it can confirm twice, then at least I'm sure that it is a valid transaction and not a flash coin, not a fake transaction. So this is 12:54, and this brings us very close to the end of this class. So just a few finishing points. For those that missed yesterday's class, the recording is available on our YouTube channel. You can check it out and watch and catch up. And like I said, subsequently, more videos will also be available, trading videos, video guides on what to do, how to properly manage risk, how to back up your private keys, how to find entry and exit points, how to trade on Uniswap, how to trade on PancakeSwap, how to trade on JuiceSwap, how to trade on Binance, how to set up your Brave browser. A lot of these videos will be coming up in coming weeks. So just subscribe and stay tuned. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's class, which is our second and final class for this moment. Like I said, we're considering organizing another class because of the response from this class. It was really quite impressive, and we had a lot of people turn up, which we didn't see coming. I even had to upgrade my Zoom subscription just so we could contain enough people. Because normally I use the Zoom of just 100 people capacity, but I had to upgrade to like 500. And yesterday we had over 220 people. That was massive. So thank you so much for coming, guys. We would have subsequent classes like this where we teach specific topics. Like I said, we're working on an NFT class, on an AMA session, possibly on a DeFi class, maybe one on TA. I can just bring some new people that are very good in those areas, and we just have a conversation and a class where they just teach you stuff. So someone's asking for my WhatsApp number. This is the last message I'm going to drop before I end this meeting. 38129. Okay, just for those that might be listening and might want to hear the WhatsApp number, it's 08129731863. Just sent it. Yeah. So like I said, for those just joining the crypto space, stay consistent. No matter what happens, come bull season, come bear market, just stay consistent. Just stay consistent. You can make a whole lot of money. The reason why I used the analogy of somebody going to work is so that you can know that there are people that are going through a lot of stress and earning way less, and you are in a field where you can potentially make millions. You can make your first 1 million in cryptocurrency, and then your first 10 million, and then first 100 million. So there are so many upsides to being in this space, but you need to stay consistent. You need to stay consistent. Consistency is your key. It is your major leverage. All coins might not always go up. All coins might not always go down. But come bull markets, come bear markets, make sure that you are in this space for the long term. See, I am saying this thing. The world has not even adopted cryptocurrency yet. They've never started. Getting involved in crypto in 2021, looking at the way the world is getting involved in crypto early. Don't worry, this video is going to be on our YouTube channel for life. In the next 10 years, you'll come back to this video and remember when Bitcoin was just $63,000 and how you thought it had already pumped. The last class I had in January, I had a paid class with my group in January where I was advising them to start stacking up on BNB. BNB was $40-something. And this is just what? April. And BNB is already almost 600. That's how fast the markets can move. So as you are here, stay consistent. Don't be in the category of people that are looking for one way to quickly cash out and run away from the space. You make one small money, you now run. You now sell all your coins. Calm down. Calm down. There is money here. There is money in this place. There is money in this place. Just be rest assured. If it's money you're looking for, there is money in this place. What is left is how much effort you put into learning, into building yourself, into getting information. That is all that matters. From there, the sky is not even the limit, because we're headed to the moon. So thank you so much for joining today's class. Do have an awesome week and weekend, and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.